The following program contains mature subject matter not suitable for young viewers and graphic images that may be disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
You say that you had this real awakening when you went to a Houston shelter in the middle of the pandemic. What exactly happened that gave you this awakening?
The first thing that I said to the therapist there at the shelter is I asked her to help me to go back home in a way that I would not get hit again. And so she said, sure, without judgment, I'm here to empower you. And she started to explain the cycle of violence to me. And as she was explaining it, it just dawned on me that I was lucky to get out. But if I go back, I might not be so lucky again, because she went on to explain to me that I needed to know his triggers and I needed to create a safety plan so that when things got bad again, I can leave the house. And so I just, in that moment, realized that I couldn't go back. The therapist offered me to stay at the shelter and that she would work with me to help me figure out why my tolerance for abuse and, to use her language, bullcrap, was so high.
It's interesting how she handled this. I mean, you go to her, the therapist, first to kind of get her to help you figure out how to go back into this abusive relationship. She doesn't say, no, you can't do it, or she doesn't pass judgment. She doesn't say you're stupid for doing this. You know, why can't you see this? Instead, she very professionally takes you through kind of the steps of what's been occurring. And so even though she had an idea of how to bring this awakening to you, you felt like it was your own awakening because she didn't deliver the information to you in a judgmental way.
Absolutely, Dr. Ian, absolutely. And she also delivered it in a way that I became very much aware of the fact that if I go back, there's a possibility that my children would bury me and have to navigate life without their mother.
Now, I want to bring Katie back in. Katie, someone at home is watching this, and either they are a victim of domestic violence or they know of a loved one or a friend who's a victim. Speak to them directly. What do you want to say to that person who is listening, who is really needing help or needing to find a way to help someone they love?
But I really want to say that if you are currently a victim of domestic violence, you're not alone. And I think Jamie talked about the safety plan and how important a safety plan is for you. You can call the National Domestic Violence Hotline, because this isn't a traditional safety plan we're doing right now during COVID. As we're hearing about sheltering in place, sometimes you may feel like you're not able to leave the home when violence breaks out. So there's some key things you could be doing, and certainly working with an advocate to be able to create an individualized safety plan is really important. But when an argument breaks out, ensuring that in your home you are in potentially the safest place, staying away from the bathroom where there could be items in there, toilets where your head could be dunked in, or towels that could be used to strangle you, staying out of the kitchen where there's knives, pots and pans that could be incredibly dangerous. Right now, we're even giving techniques, and can you develop a code word with your children that activates them to leave the home and maybe go to a neighbor's house to seek safety. So these are all kind of uber advocacy that advocates are doing across the country to be thoughtful about how can we keep people safe when we may not have the traditional options that we've seen historically. But shelters are open and taking survivors right now, as you're hearing Jamie speak about as well. And then it's really important, if you're a neighbor, a loved one, there are tools. Right now, you may be the only vital link for a survivor in helping them maintain their safety, their strength, and their courage.
Absolutely. Katie, thank you so much for all your great advice and all the work you do. It's so sad that we need people like you, but we do. I wish that we didn't need you and your profession on what you're doing, but thank you for everything. Jamie, we wish you the best of luck, of course. Thank you for sharing your story and being so candid. It's so important, and I'm sure you have saved some lives today. So thank you, and we wish you continued strength.
Thank you.
Thank you.